أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful.
يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم.
O people, fear your Lord. Verily, the earthquake of the hour is a tremendous thing.
يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد.
On the day when you see it, every woman giving suck shall forget her suckling, and every pregnant woman shall cast her burden, and thou shalt see men as they were drunken, while they will not be drunken. But severe will indeed be the chastisement of Allah.
ومن الناس من يجادل في الله بغير علم ويتبع كل شيطان مريد.
And among men there are some who dispute about Allah without knowledge and follow every rebellious Satan.
كتب عليه أنه من تولاه فأنه يضله ويهديه إلى عذاب السعير.
Concerning whom it is decreed that whosoever makes friends with him, him will he lead astray, and will guide to the torment of the fire.
يا أيها الناس إن كنتم في ريب من البعث فإنا خلقناكم من تراب ثم من نطفة ثم من علقة ثم من مضغة مخلقة وغير مخلقة لنبين لكم.
O people, if you are in doubt concerning the resurrection, then consider that we have indeed created you from dust, then from a sperm drop, then from clotted blood, then from a lump of flesh, partly formed and partly unformed, in order that we make our power manifest to you.
ونقر في الأرحام ما نشاء إلى أجل مسمى ثم نخرجكم طفلا ثم لتبلغوا أشدكم ومنكم من يتوفى ومنكم من يرد إلى أرذل العمر لكي لا يعلم من بعد علم شيئا.
And we cause what we will to remain in the wombs for an appointed term. Then we bring you forth as babes. Then we rear you, that you might attain to your age of full strength. And there are some of you who are caused to die in the normal course. And there are others among you who are kept back till the worst part of life, with the result that they know nothing after having had knowledge.
وترى الأرض هامدة فإذا أنزلنا عليها الماء اهتزت وربت وأنبتت من كل زوج بهيج.
And thou seest the earth lifeless, but when we send down water thereon, it stirs, and swells, and grows every kind of beauteous vegetation.
ذلك بأن الله هو الحق وأنه يحيي الموتى وأنه على كل شيء قدير.
That is because Allah is self-subsisting and all-sustaining, and that it is He who brings the dead to life, and that He has power over all things.
وأن الساعة آتية لا ريب فيها وأن الله يبعث من في القبور.
And because the hour will certainly come, there is no doubt about it, and because Allah will raise up those who are in the graves.
ومن الناس من يجادل في الله بغير علم ولا هدى ولا كتاب منير.
And among men is he who disputes concerning Allah, without knowledge, and without guidance, and without an illuminating book.
ثاني عطفه ليضل عن سبيل الله له في الدنيا خزي ونذيقه يوم القيامة عذاب الحريق.
Turning his side disdainfully, that he may lead men astray from the way of Allah. For him is disgrace in this world, and on the day of resurrection we shall make him taste the punishment of burning.
ذلك بما قدمت يداك وأن الله ليس بظلام للعبيد.
This is because of what thy hands have sent on before, and Allah is not unjust to His servants.
ومن الناس من يعبد الله على حرف فإن أصابه خير اطمأن به وإن أصابته فتنة انقلب على وجهه خسر الدنيا والآخرة ذلك هو الخسران المبين.
And among men is he who serves Allah, standing, as it were, on the verge. Then if good befalls him, he is content therewith. And if there befalls him a trial, he returns to his former way. He loses both this world as well as the hereafter. That, indeed, is a manifest loss.
يدعو من دون الله ما لا يضره وما لا ينفعه ذلك هو الضلال البعيد.
He calls beside Allah on that which can neither harm him nor benefit him. That is indeed straying far away.
يدعو لمن ضره أقرب من نفعه لبئس المولى ولبئس العشير.
He calls on him whose harm is much more likely than his benefit. Evil indeed is the patron, and evil indeed the associate.
إن الله يدخل الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار إن الله يفعل ما يريد.
Verily, Allah will cause those who believe and do good deeds to enter gardens beneath which streams flow. Surely, Allah does what He pleases.
من كان يظن أن لن ينصره الله في الدنيا والآخرة فليمدد بسبب إلى السماء ثم ليقطع فلينظر هل يذهبن كيده ما يغيظ.
Whoso thinks that Allah will not help him in this world and the hereafter, let him stretch a rope to heaven, and let him cut it off. Then let him see if his device can remove that which enrages him.
وكذلك أنزلناه آيات بينات وأن الله يهدي من يريد.
And thus have we sent down the Qur'an as manifest signs, and surely Allah guides whom He desires.
إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والصابئين والنصارى والمجوس والذين أشركوا إن الله يفصل بينهم يوم القيامة إن الله على كل شيء شهيد.
As for those who believe, and the Jews and the Sabians, and the Christians and the Magians, and the idolaters, verily, Allah will judge between them on the day of resurrection. Surely, Allah watches over all things.
ألم تر أن الله يسجد له من في السماوات ومن في الأرض والشمس والقمر والنجوم والجبال والشجر والدواب وكثير من الناس.
Hast thou not seen that to Allah submits whosoever is in the heavens, and whosoever is in the earth, and the sun and the moon, and the stars, and the mountains and the trees, and the beasts, and many of mankind.
وكثير حق عليه العذاب ومن يهن الله فما له من مكرم إن الله يفعل ما يشاء.
But there are many who become deserving of punishment, and whomsoever Allah disgraces, none can raise him to honor. Verily, Allah does what He pleases.
هذان خصمان اختصموا في ربهم فالذين كفروا قطعت لهم ثياب من نار يصب من فوق رؤوسهم الحميم.
These are two groups of disputants who dispute concerning their Lord. As for those who disbelieve, garments of fire will be cut out for them, and boiling water will be poured down over their heads.
يُصْهَرُ بِهِ مَا فِي بُطُونِهِمْ وَالْجُلُودِ,
whereby that which is in their bellies and their skins too will be melted.
وَلَهُمْ مَقَامِعُ مِنْ حَدِيدٍ,
And for their further punishment there will be maces of iron.
كُلَّمَا أَرَادُوا أَنْ يَخْرُجُوا مِنْهَا مِنْ غَمٍّ أُعِيدُوا فِيهَا وَذُوقُوا عَذَابَ الْحَرِيقِ.
Whenever in their anguish they will seek to get out of it, they will be driven back into it, and it will be said to them, taste ye the torment of burning.
إن الله يدخل الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار يحلون فيها من أساور من ذهب ولؤلؤا ولباسهم فيها حرير.
But Allah will cause those who believe and do righteous deeds to enter gardens beneath which rivers flow. They will be adorned therein with bracelets of gold and with pearls, and their raiment therein will be of silk.
وهدوا إلى الطيب من القول وهدوا إلى صراط الحميد.
And they will be guided to pure speech, and they will be guided to the path of the praiseworthy God.
إن الذين كفروا ويصدون عن سبيل الله والمسجد الحرام الذي جعلناه للناس والمسجد الحرام الذي جعلناه للناس سواء العاكف فيه والباد ومن يرد فيه بإلحاد بظلم نذقه من عذاب أليم.
As to those who disbelieve and hinder men from the way of Allah and from the sacred mosque, which we have appointed equally for the benefit of all men, be they dwellers therein or visitors from the desert, and whoso seeks wrongfully to deviate therein from the right path, we shall cause him to taste of a grievous punishment.
وإذ بوأنا لإبراهيم مكان البيت ألا تشرك بي شيئا وطهر بيتي للطائفين والقائمين والركع السجود.
And call to mind when we assigned to Abraham the site of the house, and said, Associate not anything with me, and keep my house clean, for those who perform the circuits, and those who stand up, and those who bow and prostrate themselves in prayer.
وأذن في الناس بالحج يأتوك رجالا وعلى كل ضامر يأتين من كل فج عميق.
And proclaim unto men the pilgrimage. They will come to thee on foot, and on every lean camel, coming by every distant, deep track.
ليشهدوا منافع لهم ويذكروا اسم الله في أيام معلومات على ما رزقهم من بهيمة الأنعام فكلوا منها وأطعموا البائس الفقير.
That they may witness the benefits provided for them, and may mention the name of Allah during the appointed days over the quadrupeds of the class of cattle that He has provided for them. So eat thereof, and feed the distressed and the needy.
ثم وليقضوا تفثهم وليوفوا نذورهم وليطوفوا بالبيت العتيق.
Then let them accomplish their needful acts of cleansing, and fulfill their vows, and go round the ancient house.
ذلك ومن يعظم حرمات الله فهو خير له عند ربه وأحلت لكم الأنعام إلا ما يتلى عليكم فاجتنبوا الرجس من الأوثان واجتنبوا قول الزور.
That is Allah's commandment. And whoso honors the things declared sacred by Allah, it will be good for him with his Lord. And the eating of the flesh of all cattle is made lawful to you, except that which has already been announced to you in the Qur'an. Shun therefore the abomination of idols, and shun all words of untruth.
حنفاء لله غير مشركين به ومن يشرك بالله فكأنما خر من السماء فتخطفه الطير أو تهوي به الريح في مكان سحيق.
Devoting all your worship and obedience to Allah, not associating anything with Him. And whoso associates anything with Allah falls, as it were, from a height. And the birds snatch him away, or the wind blows him away to a far-off place.
ذلك ومن يعظم شعائر الله فإنها من تقوى القلوب.
The truth is that whoso honors the sacred signs of Allah, that indeed proceeds from the righteousness of hearts.
لكم فيها منافع إلى أجل مسمى ثم محلها إلى البيت العتيق.
In these offerings are benefits for you, for an appointed term. Then their place of sacrifice is at the ancient house.
ولكل أمة جعلنا منسكا ليذكروا اسم الله على ما رزقهم من بهيمة الأنعام فإلهكم إله واحد فله أسلموا وبشر المخبتين.
And for every people we appointed rites of sacrifice, that they might mention the name of Allah over the quadrupeds of the class of cattle that He has provided for them. So your God is one God, therefore submit ye all to Him, and give thou glad tidings to the humble.
الذين إذا ذكر الله وجلت قلوبهم والصابرين على ما أصابهم والمقيم الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون.
Whose hearts are filled with awe when the name of Allah is mentioned, and who patiently endure whatever befalls them, and who observe prayer and spend out of what we have bestowed upon them.
والبدن جعلناها لكم من شعائر الله لكم فيها خير فاذكروا اسم الله عليها صواف فإذا وجبت جنوبها فكلوا منها وأطعموا القانع والمعتر.
And among the sacred signs of Allah, we have appointed for you the sacrificial camels. In them there is much good for you. So mention the name of Allah over them, as they stand tied up in rows. And when they fall down dead on their sides, eat thereof, and feed him who is needy, but contented, and him also who supplicates.
كذلك سخرناها لكم لعلكم تشكرون.
Thus have we subjected them to you, that you may be grateful.
لن ينال الله لحومها ولا دماؤها ولكن يناله التقوى منكم كذلك سخرها لكم لتكبروا الله على ما هداكم وبشر المحسنين.
Their flesh reaches not Allah, nor does their blood, but it is your righteousness that reaches Him. Thus has He subjected them to you, that you may glorify Allah for His guiding you, and give glad tidings to those who do good.
إن الله يدافع عن الذين آمنوا إن الله لا يحب كل خوان كفور.
Surely Allah defends those who believe. Surely Allah loves not anyone who is perfidious, ungrateful.
أذن للذين يقاتلون بأنهم ظلموا وإن الله على نصرهم لقدير.
Permission to take up arms is given to those against whom war is made, because they have been wronged, and Allah indeed has power to help them.
الذين أخرجوا من ديارهم بغير حق إلا أن يقولوا ربنا الله ولولا دفع الله الناس بعضهم ببعض لهدمت صوامع وبيع وصلوات ومساجد يذكر فيها اسم الله كثيرا.
Those who have been driven out from their homes unjustly, only because they said, "Our Lord is Allah." And if Allah had not repelled some people by means of others, cloisters and churches, and synagogues and mosques, wherein the name of Allah is oft remembered, would surely have been destroyed.
وَلَيَنْصُرَنَّ اللَّهَ مَنْ يَنْصُرُهُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَقَوِيٌّ عَزِيزٌ.
And Allah will surely help him who helps him. Allah is, indeed, powerful, mighty.
الذين مكناهم في الأرض أقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة وأمروا بالمعروف ونهوا عن المنكر وَلِلَّهِ عَاقِبَةُ الْأُمُورِ.
Those who, if we establish them in the earth, will observe prayer and pay the zakat and enjoin good and forbid evil. And with Allah rests the final issue of all affairs.
وَإِن يُكَذِّبُوكَ فَقَدْ كَذَّبَتْ قَبْلَهُمْ قَوْمُ نُوحٍ وَعَادٌ وَثَمُودَ.
And if they accuse thee of falsehood, even so before them the people of Noah and the tribes of Ad and Thamud also accused their prophets of falsehood.
وَقَوْمُ إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَقَوْمُ لُوطٍ.
And so did the people of Abraham and the people of Lot.
وَأَصْحَابُ مَدْيَنَ وَكُذِّبَ مُوسَى فَأَمْلَيْتُ لِلْكَافِرِينَ ثُمَّ أَخَذْتُهُمْ فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرِ.
And the inhabitants of Midian. And Moses too was accused of falsehood. But I gave respite to the disbelievers. Then I seized them, and how terrible were the consequences of denying me.
فَكَأَيٍّ مِّن قَرْيَةٍ أَهْلَكْنَاهَا وَهِيَ ظَالِمَةٌ فَهِيَ خَاوِيَةٌ على عروشها وبئر معطلة وقصر مشيد.
And how many a city have we destroyed, which was given to wrongdoing, so that it is fallen down on its roofs? And how many a well is deserted, And how many a lofty castle lies in ruins.
أفلم يسيروا في الأرض فتكون لهم قلوب يعقلون بها أو آذان يسمعون بها فإنها لا تعمى الأبصار ولكن تعمى القلوب التي في الصدور.
Have they not traveled in the land, so that they may have hearts wherewith to understand, or ears wherewith to hear? For surely it is not the eyes that are blind, but blind are the hearts which are in the breasts.
ويستعجلونك بالعذاب ولن يخلف الله وعده وإن يوما عند ربك كألف سنة مما تعدون.
And they demand of thee to hasten on the punishment. But Allah will never break His promise. And verily, a day with thy Lord is sometimes as 1,000 years of your reckoning.
وكأي من قرية أمليت لها وهي ظالمة ثم أخذتها وإلي المصير.
And how many a city I have respited, while it was given to wrongdoing. Then I seized it, and unto me is the return.
قل يا أيها الناس إنما أنا لكم نذير مبين.
Say, O mankind, I am but a plain warner to you.
فالذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم مغفرة ورزق كريم.
Those who believe and do good works, for them is forgiveness and an honorable provision.
والذين سعوا في آياتنا معاجزين أولئك أصحاب الجحيم.
But those who strive against our signs, seeking to frustrate our purpose, these shall be the inmates of the fire.
وما أرسلنا من قبلك من رسول ولا نبي إلا إذا تمنى ألقى الشيطان في أمنيته فينسخ الله ما يلقي الشيطان ثم يحكم الله آياته والله عليم حكيم.
Never did we send a messenger or a prophet before thee, but when he sought to attain his object, Satan put obstacles in the way of what he sought after. But Allah removes the obstacles that are placed by Satan. Then Allah firmly establishes His signs. And Allah is all-knowing, wise.
ليجعل ما يلقي الشيطان فتنة للذين في قلوبهم مرض والقاسية قلوبهم وإن الظالمين لفي شقاق بعيد.
This happens that he may make the obstacles which Satan puts in the way of the Prophet a trial for those in whose hearts is a disease, and those whose hearts are hardened, and surely the wrongdoers are gone far in opposition.
وليعلم الذين أوتوا العلم أنه الحق من ربك فيؤمنوا به فتخبت له قلوبهم وإن الله لهادي الذين آمنوا إلى صراط مستقيم.
And that those to whom knowledge is given may know that it is the truth from thy Lord, so that they may believe therein, and their hearts may be humble unto him. And surely Allah guides those who believe to the right path.
ولا يزال الذين كفروا في مرية منه حتى تأتيهم الساعة بغتة أو يأتيهم عذاب يوم عقيم.
And those who disbelieve will not cease to be in doubt about it, until the hour comes suddenly upon them, or there comes to them the punishment of a destructive day.
الملك يومئذ لله يحكم بينهم فالذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات في جنات النعيم.
The kingdom on that day shall be Allah's. He will judge between them. So those who believe and do righteous deeds will be in gardens of bliss.
والذين كفروا وكذبوا بآياتنا فأولئك لهم عذاب مهين.
But those who disbelieve and reject our signs will have a humiliating punishment.
والذين هاجروا في سبيل الله ثم قتلوا أو ماتوا ليرزقنهم الله رزقا حسنا وإن الله لهو خير الرازقين.
And those who leave their homes for the cause of Allah and are then slain or die, Allah will surely provide for them a goodly provision. And surely Allah is the best of providers.
لَيُدْخِلَنَّهُمْ مُدْخَلًا يَرْضَوْنَهُ وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَعَلِيمٌ حَلِيمٌ.
He will, surely, admit them to a place with which they will be well pleased. And Allah is indeed all-knowing, forbearing.
ذلك ومن عاقب بمثل ما عوقب به ثم بغي عليه لينصرنه الله إن الله لعفو غفور.
That indeed is so. And whoso retaliates with the like of that with which he is afflicted, and is then transgressed against, Allah will surely help him. Allah is indeed the effacer of sins, and is most forgiving.
ذلك بأن الله يولج الليل في النهار ويولج النهار في الليل وأن الله سميع بصير.
That system of punishment operates to show that it is Allah who causes the night to enter into the day and causes the day to enter into the night, and that Allah is all-hearing, all-seeing.
ذلك بأن الله هو الحق وأن ما يدعون من دونه هو الباطل وأن الله هو العلي الكبير.
And that is because it is Allah who is the truth, and that which they call on beside Him is falsehood, and because Allah is the High, the Great.
ألم تر أن الله أنزل من السماء ماء فتصبح الأرض مخضرة إن الله لطيف خبير.
Seest thou not that Allah sends down water from the sky, and the earth becomes green? Allah is indeed the knower of subtleties, the all-aware.
له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن الله لهو الغني الحميد.
To Him belongs all that is in the heavens and all that is in the earth, and surely Allah is self-sufficient, praiseworthy.
ألم تر أن الله سخر لكم ما في الأرض والفلك تجري في البحر بأمره ويمسك السماء أن تقع على الأرض إلا بإذنه إن الله بالناس لرؤوف رحيم.
Seest thou not that Allah has subjected to you whatever is in the earth, and the ships that sail through the sea by His command? And He holds back the heaven, lest it should fall on the earth, save by His leave. Surely Allah is compassionate and merciful to people.
وهو الذي يحياكم ثم يميتكم ثم يحييكم إن الإنسان لكفور.
And He it is who gave you life. Then He will cause you to die. Then He will give you life again. Surely, man is most ungrateful.
لكل أمة جعلنا منسكا هم ناسكوه فلا ينازعنك في الأمر وادع إلى ربك إنك لعلى هدى مستقيم.
For every people, we have appointed ways of worship, which they observe. So let them not dispute with thee in the matter of the Islamic way of worship. And call thou, the people, to thy Lord. For surely thou art on the right guidance.
وإن جادلوك فقل الله أعلم بما تعملون.
And if they contend with thee, say, Allah knows best what you do.
الله يحكم بينكم يوم القيامة فيما كنتم فيه تختلفون.
Allah will judge between you and me on the day of resurrection, concerning that about which you differ.
ألم تعلم أن الله يعلم ما في السماء والأرض إن ذلك في كتاب إن ذلك على الله يسير.
Knowest thou not that Allah knows whatsoever is in the heavens and the earth? Surely it is all preserved in a book, and that is easy for Allah.
ويعبدون من دون الله ما لم ينزل به سلطانا وما ليس لهم به علم وما للظالمين من نصير.
And they worship instead of Allah that for which He has sent down no authority, and that of which they have no knowledge. And for the wrongdoers there is no helper.
وإذا تتلى عليهم آياتنا بينات تعرف في وجوه الذين كفروا المنكر يكادون يسطون بالذين يتلون عليهم آياتنا قل أفأنبئكم بشر من ذلكم.
And when our clear signs are recited unto them, thou seest on the faces of those who disbelieve manifest signs of displeasure. They would well nigh attack those who recite our signs to them. Say, shall I tell you of something worse than that?
النار وعدها الله الذين كفروا وبئس المصير.
It is the fire. Allah has promised it to those who disbelieve, and an evil destination it is.
يا أيها الناس ضرب مثل فاستمعوا له إن الذين تدعون من دون الله لن يخلقوا ذبابا ولو اجتمعوا له.
O men, a similitude is set forth, so listen to it. Surely, those on whom you call upon, instead of Allah, cannot create even a fly, though they should all combine together for the purpose.
وَإِن يَسْلُبْهُمُ الذُّبَابُ شَيْئًا لَّا يَسْتَنقِذُوهُ مِنْهُ ضَعُفَ الطَّالِبُ وَالْمَطْلُوبُ.
And if the fly should snatch away anything from them, they cannot recover it therefrom. Weak, indeed, are both the seeker and the sought.
ما قدر الله حق قدره إن الله لقوي عزيز.
They have not formed a true concept of the attributes of Allah. Surely, Allah is powerful, mighty.
الله يستفي من الملائكة رسلا ومن الناس إن الله سميع بصير.
Allah chooses His messengers from among angels and from among men. Surely, Allah is all-hearing, all-seeing.
يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم وإلى الله ترجع الأمور.
He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and to Allah are all affairs returned for decision.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اركعوا واسجدوا واعبدوا ربكم وافعلوا الخير لعلكم تفلحون.
O ye who believe, bow you down and prostrate yourselves in prayer, and worship your Lord, and do good deeds that you may prosper.
وجاهدوا في الله حق جهاده هو اجتباكم وما جعل عليكم في الدين من حرج ملة أبيكم إبراهيم هو سماكم المسلمين من قبل وفي هذا ليكون الرسول شهيدا عليكم وتكونوا.
And strive in the cause of Allah, as it behoves you to strive for it. He has chosen you, and has laid no hardship upon you in the matter of religion. So follow the faith of your father Abraham. He has named you Muslims, both before and in this book, so that the messenger may be a witness over you.
وَتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ فَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِاللَّهِ هُوَ مَوْلَاكُمْ فَنِعْمَ الْمَوْلَى وَنِعْمَ النَّصِيرُ.
And you may be witnesses over mankind. Therefore, observe prayer and pay the zakat, and hold fast to Allah. He is your protector, an excellent protector, and an excellent helper.